Dislike from Fabinho. Why Liverpool want to sign monstrous £50 million star? Over the year, Liverpool has been the home to countless talented midfielders who have often captured the heart of the fan base with their effort on the pitch. Steven Gerrard is arguably the most iconic midfielder to ever wear the red shirt, having spent the vast majority of his professional career on Manchester side. In the present day, Anthony Areola has the likes of Alexis McAllister and Ryan Gabriel to call even both have unusually cemented themselves in the club history. The aforementioned duo fly alongside one another at the heart of the midfield at Anfield, helping the club secure Premier League glory under Arne Slot back in 2024-25. They are not the only player to achieve such a feat, with new boss Areola potentially reaching the cold call even one former star during his maiden campaign at the helm. Why Fabinho will have been perfect for Areola at Liverpool? During Jurgen Klopp's Premier League title-winning campaign as Liverpool boss back in 2019-20, he is often utilized the giant midfielder Fabinho at the heart of his side. The 32-year-old spent 5 years on the book of the Reds, something truly amazing, 219 apprentices across all the competition and winning 5 major honors. Whilst he left the club 3 years ago this summer, new boss Areola, with which he had a flyer of his nature within the senior rank for the 2026-27 campaign. Fabinho was the perfect deep flying ball winner for the Reds, as seen by his stats during the club title-winning campaign, where he made a staggering 2.7 successful tackles for 19. The aforementioned figure ranked him in the top 15% of all midfielders in the Premier League, with Areola a manager who loves a player who can break up the play at the base of his side. However, in position, the Brazilian is also a player who could have a huge impact on the play, substantially completing 87% of the passes he attempted back in 2019-20. An all-round player of his country and today market will cost a small fortune, but who say the new manager can then similar play during an ongoing window? Liverpool could sign their new Fabinho. Liverpool have spent a whole chunk of cash in the transfer market in recent years to try and make the club consistent challenger for the Premier League title. Over £150 million was spent on new edition last summer, but Areola referred as both could see an influx of added signing ahead of the 2026-27 campaign. Who player who expected to take radar over the last couple of days is from midfielder Manu Kone, a player who has massively caught the eye at the ongoing World Cup. It's being reported by journalist Wilson Cook that Liverpool have a growing interest in the French international, but could face competition from Manchester United for his signature. He also said that personal terms are not expected to be an issue between the Red and the player, but it's unclear how much a deal for the 25-year-old could cost in the months ahead. Firstly, valued at £50 million, the interest in Kone's signature showcases that the Reds are targeting the right caliber of player to make an impact under Areola, with his stats from the ongoing tournament highlighting his quality and both ends. The freshman has completed 93% of the passes he attempted this summer, whilst also achieving a long ball accuracy of 83%, leading to Rio Ferdinand labeling him France's best midfielder. But of the aforementioned, Chaves ranked him in the top 10% of midfielders at the World Cup, substantially highlighting his talent with the ball at his feet, just as Fabinho did during his time at Liverpool. Without the ball, Kone has also caught your eye, as seen by his choice of 5.5 crown, 12 and 5.5 ball recovery made for Nancy. The latter also placing him about 85% of players at the tournament. There is a reason he was highly scored Jackie Kulik as a monstrous box-to-box midfielder. His story of 2.2 tackle made for Nancy flowed from his sensational ability to disrupt the opposition, something which Aurora craved in his midfielder within his 4-2-3-1 system. The freestyle ability to break up the fight is also similar to that of the former Red fan favorite, with the 25-year-old a player who could trade under new manager guidance. Whilst it remains unclear how much room could remain for the star midfielder, Liverpool desperately need to work tirelessly to secure his signature, especially considering United interest. His talent as sport and the feats make him the perfect flying signing for our man, which could also see him emulate Fabinho's success at Anfield in the process.